And I was like, there's no way. What's up, J-Bays? It's Jayden. Thanks for joining in. If you're new, welcome. So, welcome back to the vlog. So, if you didn't know, a few days ago, for one whole week, I took a summer vacation to Mexico with my mom and my dad. It was super, super fun. I was in Playa del Carmen. It was... Is that how you say it? Okay. It was so beautiful. I had so much fun, and I decided to do a whole review of my week there, show you a bunch of different clips. I vlogged a bunch. Many exciting things happened, so here we go. On the first day that we arrived, we got off the plane. Went to our condo. Here's the condo. It was super, super nice, right next to the beach. I really, really liked it. It had everything you want in a condo, and I loved it. It was amazing. We just relaxed for a while because, you know, traveling is exhausting. And we went to Puerto Morales to shop in their shopping center. We did that. That was so fun. It was really a new environment, and I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, guys, we're doing this thing where we put our feet in this bowl of fish, and they basically eat off the dead skin.
Here we go, guys.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, they love it.
Jade, let me see your face.
We walked around, we went shopping a little, we looked at different things. I got rings. Where are my rings? Hold on. I got this ring that day. And I also got this little sand bottle that says Playa del Carmen, because everywhere I go that I travel, I always get one of these little sand bottles, and I have almost 4 of them at home. One from VidCon, like Arrowhead, San Diego, somewhere else I forget, and now one from Playa del Carmen. And we went swimming, but unfortunately all the beaches in Mexico right now, most of them at least, are really, really full of seaweed, just because of, I actually don't know why, but they are, and so it was a little hard to go swimming, but we managed, and it was all fine. The next day we went to a park, almost a water park called Zelha. It is beautiful, and oh my god, it was amazing. We went swimming in the water, zip lining, hammock swinging, I think you can say, cliff jumping. I mean, it was gorgeous, and I had so much fun, and it was just a really beautiful park, and that was definitely an amazing experience because it was so beautiful. Like, it was definitely like a park, you know, like Disneyland, but instead of it being full of rides and stuff like that, it was all full of water, kind of, you know what I mean? Of course there was land, but like all the activities had to do with water, so that was really fun. I really, really would recommend that park if you ever want to go. It's like one of the biggest parks. It's so big. The third day, we did this experience called Tulum and Coba. So basically, it was another like tour where a bunch of people was guided by a tour guide, and we went to this place called Tulum first. And Tulum is like a bunch of ruins, and it's really gorgeous. It's right by the beach. You have a tour guide with you. The one that I took, we had a tour guide. It was so gorgeous. Oh my god, this is probably my favorite day, just because I've always wanted to go to ruins like this. And I mean, of course, like zip lining and snorkeling and jet skiing are very, very fun, but I feel like you do that everywhere, every vacation you go to that's like has water in it. So I thought this was a really original experience, and I definitely, the ruins were, I mean, gorgeous. The air was amazing. There was lizards everywhere. I mean, it was something out of a dream. It was crazy. So after we went to Tulum, we went to a cenote, and a cenote is almost like a pool, but it's naturally made, and it's not like full of chlorine or anything. It's just like natural water. This cenote that we went to was so gorgeous. I've never experienced something like that. The water, the clearest thing ever, fish everywhere, the water was mint green. It was gorgeous. There was a swing that we swung off of. I was in awe the whole time I was there because that cenote was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. I mean, it was quite small, but that's what made it like so cute, and oh my god, it was so crazy. Yeah, that was an amazing experience. And then we went to Koba. This is all on the same day, by the way. So we did it Tulum, the cenote, and then we went to Koba, which is another place that has ruins in it. And they have this very tall building with like 142 steps or something like that. And I myself am so afraid of heights, like so afraid of heights. So me doing this was a very crazy thing. And like, it wasn't like steps that are like nicely made. It's ruined steps, so like you have to climb. And then at the very top you can see everything around you. It was gorgeous, and we rode bikes there. We went on a tricycle. The ruins are beautiful. It was raining, which I love the rain, so and that was crazy. And I also got another ring that day, another blue ring. I got that, so yeah. And that was probably my favorite day out of all of the days because it was new. It wasn't like, on every other vacation I go to, you always do snorkeling and ziplining, right? But I've never done something like that, so it was new and amazing for me. On the fourth day, we did another park like Zelha, but this one is called Explore, and this park is so amazing. This is the favorite park I've ever went to. It was so well made, so original. The food was amazing. Me being a vegan, I can eat a lot of food that they gave, so I would definitely recommend if you have any dietary needs. Wow, I sound so professional. But yeah, so in Explore, we did, what are the car we ride on? What is that called?
ATV.
We did ATV riding, and their ATV riding was not like a 10-minute ride. It was like a full-on like half-an-hour ride. There was water, there was caves, there was fast turns, and it wasn't like crazy like another ATV ride I did that trip, which I'll get to in a minute. It was that was probably my favorite ATV ride I've always been on. And it wasn't like a small one, it was like a full truck. My whole family fit into it. My dad drove it, of course. He loves that kind of stuff. But it was gorgeous, and that ATV ride was really, really fun. We also did zip lining, and the line for zip lining was so long. It was like half an hour, 45 minutes, or even an hour, I think. But you don't do just one zip line. You do like 8 or I don't even know how many, but you do a lot of zip lines. And basically, let me tell you the story. So there was 2 different courses of zip lines, Jaguar and Deer. So the line for Jaguar was like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, I would bet it was a 3-hour line, no joke. So basically, we were going down this path and we saw 2 rows. One was the Jaguar line and it was full, and then the other line was empty. And Jaguar is the name of one of the courses, and then Deer is the name of the other course. Jaguar is like a really fast-paced zipline course, and it's like fast and high, and it's supposed to be epic. That's why everyone was in the line for it. But the Deer course was supposed to be like slow, easy, and we were like, okay, well, we're not gonna wait in this very long line for the Jaguar course, so we'll just do the Deer course, and it might be really slow, but we'll see. So we walked up the tower, passing everyone in the Jaguar line, and we were like, thank God we did not wait in that line. And then when we got to the top, we looked to our right and we said, oh, that's the Jaguar course, right? Because it was high, it was tall, it was fast. And they were like, no, it's the Deer course. Come, you can ride it. And I was like, that's the Deer course? They explained it to be like short, and I was like, there's no way. And I'm so afraid of heights, so I was having a panic attack, right? And I was like, well, I'm really glad we did this because it was really a really good zipline course. So I cannot imagine what the Jaguar course is like if that's the Deer course, which is epic. So the first line, me and my mom went together because we were really scared, so we thought it would be cool to go together, and they like attach you to with the zip line. And then there's a bunch of different zip lines. All of them were really epic, and there was a water slide, which we didn't know. One of the zip lines ended in water. It was amazing, like so amazing. I am deathly afraid of the ocean and big waters, surprisingly, but I'll do activities in it because, you know, you only live once, so you gotta experience things. But I'm deathly afraid of caves and water, and I was like, there is no way I'm doing this, because there was this like river swim, but it wasn't a real cave. I think they manufactured it, but still. And it was like this river swim that you swam in the water. It was really, really nice. It wasn't that deep, but you were in a cave, and I was like, haha, nope. I wasn't that scared because I knew it wasn't a real cave, so it wasn't like, yeah. So we swam in it, and in one part it got really tight, and I was like, I'm gonna die, guys. So I went through the tight part, and you ended in this like circle of water with rain coming down, and at the top you can see the sky, and it was so beautiful. I don't think it was natural. I think the people at Explore made it, but it was so gorgeous and it looked real. I was in awe during that because I was really scared. I was like, I want to go back. I don't want to do this. But when I got through, I was like, ah, you know, it was gorgeous. So we did the river swim. We also did these rafts, which I didn't vlog, but it's basically where you get into like a little canoe, and instead of rafting like that, you have like paddles on your hands and you like do that. So yeah, that was pretty fun. That was also in a cave, but it's okay. And also the whole Explore Park is like a cave. It's like not outside, like to get to the places you need to go, you go through a cave. So that was really, really cool. So the 5th day, we did another tour experience. Boca to something, sorry, we can't really remember the name. But this one, we went in another cenote. Again, so beautiful. They had this almost like zip line. It was a very short zip line, but it was like this like little swing you sat on, and it went over the cenote, and at a certain part there was like a ball that stopped it. It would like spring you off of the thing and push you in the water, which is really, really cool. You'll see it in the clips and it'll make more sense. But that cenote was beautiful. Cliff diving there, not really high, but still beautiful. And we did zip lining there. And then we also did ATV rides. This did not go so well. The ATV rides were much more, they were different than the Explore ones. The ATV rides here were a lot rougher. They were not big trucks. There was rocks all over the path. Yeah. So me and my dad had a little injury. It wasn't that bad, no one broke anything, but it was a little bad. Basically what happened was my dad was driving, right? And he loves this kind of stuff, so he was going a little fast, let me tell you. His tire got stuck on one of the rocks right before there's a turn. So when he was at the edge of the turn, his tire got stuck, so he tried to continue to turn, but instead of the car just turning, it fell over. So me and my dad were knocked off. I thought he had hit his head, and I got it on camera, and I'll show it in a second. I don't know how I got it on camera. Literally, I was filming before, and I was like, hey, you see we're on that ATV or whatever, and then I was like, let me film again. And then I brought out the camera. Seconds later, tire gets stuck on a rock. We flip over. Basically, I thought he had hit his head because he like was laying on the ground. I didn't fall fully on the ground, but I did fall. And I thought he had hit his head because he was just laying there, not getting up. And you hear me going, Dad, are you okay?
Dad, are you okay? Are you okay? He's still going.
And he was fine. Insert pictures here of the scrapes. I got one on my knee and one on my foot. The ones on my foot, some of those are bug bites, so don't think that was all from it. But yeah, some of those are bug bites, but yeah, some of those were from the accident. And we're okay. It's just a scab right now. Ow. It's just a scab, but I'm fine, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, and then after that, I conquered one of my biggest fears. As I was saying, I had a really bad fear of like caves and water and whatever. So basically there was 2 cenotes. One of the cenotes, which I showed before, was outside, and then the other cenote was in a cave. And this was not a manufactured cave, this was a real cave. Let me tell you, when I walked inside the cave, I was like breathing hard because like I've heard so many stories of people getting stuck in caves, and I was like, no, this is not about to happen to me. And so when I went in there, I was like, just do it, Jayden. You're never gonna experience this again. You may never get a chance to do this again. Just do it, you know? So I walked in and I was like, there's no water. Like, are we supposed to go swimming in this or walk? And he was like, okay, let me jump in. And I was like, jump in where? What are you doing? He goes, 1, 2, 3, jumps in, and there's water. It was so clear, it didn't look like water. Let me tell you. Basically, like, imagine like, oh my god, it did not look like water. Like, I was like, there's nothing there. It just looks like a really deep cave. And no, there was water. So when he jumps in, it starts splashing everywhere. And I'm like, where did this water come from? It was so clear, like crystal clear. Like, let me tell you, so we got into the water, we swam this way, and in a really tight cave, if you stay really still, you can see the bottom of a 70-foot deep cave. cave. You can see the bottom, and we're in water, so you can see the bottom of the ocean. Not the ocean, but the cenote. You can see the bottom if you're still enough. It's 70 feet deep. That's how clear the water is. So yeah, so we went through that, and then there was this one part where you had to like duck because the cave was right near your head, and I was like, nope, but I still did it. And we got through, and there was this beautiful opening where you could see the sky, kind of like the one at Explore, but natural, so it was a lot prettier. It was beautiful. There was tiny catfish, and yeah, it was gorgeous. Then we went through another cave, which was even tighter, and when we got out, there was bats everywhere, and I was like, skirt, skirt, out of here. I literally stayed in there for 1 second. I saw a bat, and I was like, bye-bye, and I walked out, no joke. But yeah, that was pretty gorgeous. I'm really glad I did that. It was a very tight cave. The water was so beautiful though, and it was a really beautiful cave, but it was very claustrophobic, and it was scary. So on the 6th day, we went jet skiing and parasailing. So basically we got to the beach and it was full of seaweed, and I was like, this is disgusting. But we rode on a jet ski. Some guy rode us out to the boat in the middle of the ocean. We went parasailing. I went once with my mom. She got so seasick on the parasail. Then I went with my dad. And it was really fun, and that was my second time going parasailing, so I'm glad I did it. And then we rode jet skis, and usually like in Hawaii I'll ride on the back of my dad's jet ski, but this time I got to ride my own, and I was riding the biggest jet ski, and I at first was going really slow because I was like, I'm not trying to fall off of this, because as you guys know, one of my biggest fears is the ocean, and what scares me about the ocean is how big it is and how small I am. Yeah, so I just rode the jet ski, and I was going really fast. I was ripping it, and it was so fun. And I got to bring my camera out in the, well, my phone in a plastic bag kind of in the middle of the ocean. I was filming, and it was so fun, and I'm so glad that I got to ride my own jet ski. And it was actually really easy. I thought it was gonna be so hard, but it was so easy, and it's so fun when you like jump over weight. Oh my god, it's so fun. Yeah, and now it's the last day, and all we've done today is eat breakfast, and I ate so much breakfast that I might explode. So yeah, that was my trip to Mexico. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, JBs, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed this little review of my Mexico trip. I had so much fun, but I'm so happy that I'm going back tomorrow because I am